Hey my YouTube friends, thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel and watching my videos. Please let me know if you like something, if you don't, and also let me know if you have any ideas. Today we're going to be making these viral Halloween cookies, which are those classic pumpkin sugar cookies on top of a juicy chocolate chip cookie. So for the chocolate chip portion of this cookie, I decided to make it homemade. And I'm following the Toll House Nestle recipe, so it's pretty simple. And I feel like you can also buy the Betty Crocker mix or the Toll House cookie dough that's already pre-made. But if you want to make it homemade, here's the recipe, and you can see it done, even though you have it in the back of the cookie package. But it's just better when you can see, because I'm a visual learner. So if you're a visual learner, that'll help you kind of get a better idea of how to make it. So in the package, it tells you to put in 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour into a bowl. So that's exactly what we're doing right now. So that's 2 1/4 cups. And then now we're going to add 1 tablespoon of baking powder. We're also going to add 1 tablespoon of baking soda and 1 tablespoon of salt. So now you can see all the three things I added to the flour. And then we're going to put the flour aside and start our cookie dough. So the cookie dough is very easy. Like once you start making sugar cookies or any type of cookies at home, you're going to realize how simple it is. And you don't really need that many ingredients. So if you already have butter and eggs and flour, it's pretty simple. But anyways, so you're going to use 2 sticks of butter. Please don't mind me, like my hands and everything. It gets messy in the kitchen. So we have 2 sticks of butter. I'm putting them to the side. Make sure that the sticks of butter are soft, but not too soft. And I will tell you why. I feel like my sticks of butter were a little bit too soft, but we'll talk about that later. So anyways, right now we have a bag of what is it? Dark sugar, oh my God. Dark brown sugar. So I have my bag of dark brown sugar. We're going to also open it and kind of set it aside for a second because we're going to start putting the sugars into the batter. So I don't know what happened, but I feel like you guys didn't get to see. I poured a 3/4 cup of white sugar into the batter, which you can see is on top of the butter. And then now I'm going to be doing the same thing. So it's going to be 3/4 cups of brown sugar as well as the 3/4 cups of white sugar that's already in the bowl. So I hope that's not too confusing, but the sugar is going to be the same measurement. It's just one white sugar and one is going to be brown sugar. So you're going to do 3/4 cups twice. All right, so look, 2 times. So you have the white sugar, which is very loose, and then you have the brown sugar, which is very thick and rich. Soon after that, you're going to start mixing it. If you have a bigger bowl than I do, I would suggest that you use a bigger bowl. But as you can see, this is what I have right now available. So I'm just going to make it real quick. I'm just taking my time. And I'm also only using 1 paddle on the mixer because I have a small bowl and you can see how things are already popping out of the bowl. So if I use 2 paddles for this recipe, the whole cookie dough is going to be all over the kitchen walls and not inside of the bowl where I need it. So it's really up to you, and it's really up to what size bowl you are using. So just to let you know. All right, so this is going to take some time because of the size of the bowl and the fact that I'm only using 1 whisk paddle. But it's fine. It's not too deep. It's a small recipe, so we'll be just fine. So then after you have your sugars blended well with the butter, it's going to become very fluffy. It doesn't look so appetizing now, but I promise you it's going to taste delicious. And then I have an all-natural vanilla extract. I actually bought that one at like a Marshall store that I went to. They had a whole bunch of bottles for $5, and it's the perfect price, and it's actually real vanilla extract, so it's super worth it, the $5. But anyways, so once you mix in your vanilla, then we're going to go in with the eggs. So soon I'm going to be cracking the egg. I think I probably should have cut some of this out, but it's just a realistic, video. All right, So even though I'm using one paddle for this bowl, it's super small and it keeps moving around. So I decided to put something at the bottom to hold it. This is my silicone mat, which I use when I'm decorating cakes to keep the cake still. But anyways, now we're moving on to the fun stuff. So we're going to finally add everything else. So we still only had butter and sugar and vanilla extract in that batter. And now we're just adding one egg at a time. So you're going to use 2 large eggs and you're going to use them one by one. All right, so that's going to ensure that you have the egg blended in, throughout the whole batter. You don't want your egg to kind of just sit in one place. And then you're just going to keep whisking that together. And soon after, we're going to be adding the flour. So one thing I wanted to show you guys real quick is to make sure that you're mixing in any product that you add to your flour. So we added salt, we added baking powder, we added baking soda. And I'm just going to whisk it together to make sure that it's blended throughout. So yeah, once you have that ready to go, then you're able to start pouring it into the cookie dough little by little. So I poured it once, and then this is the last pour real quick. And then we're going to blend that all together. And then soon it's going to be like the best part is the chocolate chips. So, oh my God. Really, really the best part is eating the cookie, but yeah. So this part right here is actually really satisfying because look at how the dough it starts to shape up. It looks so good. It's very thick. It smells really good. And, it doesn't have too many ingredients. And that's what's the best thing about making things homemade, that you know exactly what went into it and you know exactly, how much of what is in there. And, even though you can say that, sugar is not healthy, butter is not healthy, but at least those are natural foods that we know what they are, instead of all these extra things. And then another thing that I did was add dark chocolate chips. I know the Nestle Toll House chocolate chips might not be the healthiest, but in general, dark chocolate is much healthier than regular chocolate. It has a lot less sugar, especially depending on how dark the chocolate is. But this video is not about chocolate. I just want y'all to know I like dark chocolate, so all of my chocolate recipes will be dark chocolate unless there's something to do with like an Oreo. But everything that I make chocolate is always going to be dark chocolate unless it's going to be some type of white chocolate dip strawberries or something like that. But anyways, I'm just letting y'all know, my preferences. So now we're going to be spraying our pan. I have the cookie dough in the fridge. It's been in the fridge for maybe 15 minutes, not too long. And then I'm going to show you the cookies that I got. So I got my cookie dough. I got these pumpkin cheesecake cookies or something like that. They're cream cheese cookies. I'm probably going to be making those next, but I just wanted to show y'all because they look so good. I want to try it. And then I also have the Pillsbury, I was going to say Boo cookies, but these are pumpkin. So I got the little Pillsbury pumpkins. And then I got my handy dandy scooper for my chocolate chip cookie dough. So as you can tell, I already am scooping the dough, and I like to flatten it with my hand. I feel like if someone, you can use a cup or a plate or something, but these are for my son and my husband and for myself. So I really don't care. Like, I'm gonna eat them. So. Okay, so once you figure out how many cookies fit into your pan, you're gonna open up those pumpkin Pillsbury cookies that everybody loves to hate. But I think they're good. I think they're fun to work with. And I see that people are like making them into something else because most people don't like them. And I don't think they're nasty. I just don't think they have a lot of flavor. But I think they're perfect for things like this. This is super cute, super cool. My son had a blast. I actually got to take him some cool pictures with these cookies. Like he was holding the tray. Super happy, super cheesy moment. And I think that's what this is all about. It's about the kids. So if you want to make this with your kids, your little cousins, or any kids in general that you know and love, then I think this would be great. Or if not, just pass this video along to your sister or your cousin, your prima, your primo that has kids that might be interested in doing something like this. But I'm going to show you the results pretty soon. We're going to put them in the oven. I just wanted to show you my little son's little hands. He worked, my son is a little chef already, okay? So anyways, he's counting the cookies, making sure nobody steals our cookies while they're in the oven. That's him being super excited before they go into the oven. And then that's when they came out. So don't laugh, don't laugh. I actually made another batch just to show you the difference. So this right here, these cookies came out amazing. They just came out a little bit crunchier because the butter was soft when we baked them. So if you bake your cookies with a soft, with a room temperature cookie dough, it kind of might look like that. But then if you bake them cold, they look like this. So these were baked super cold, straight out of the fridge. And look at them. Oh my gosh. They came out fluffier. They have more texture. These came out perfect. So I highly recommend that you make your cookie batter probably like a day in advance. Save it in the fridge. And when them kids get home the next day from school, you go ahead and make these cookies. And it's going to be much easier too, because that way all you have to do is scoop out the dough and put the little pumpkins on top, and then impress your children, impress your family. These cookies came out so cute. Alright, so before I say goodbye, I wanted to leave you with this snapshot. You can take a snapshot of this. These are some pre-packaged cookie dough recipes that you can use. And I say recipe because maybe one or two of these you actually have to add an egg and water. But it's very simple. It's kind of like cake mix. So if you want to use these, you should go ahead and do so. But if you want to try the homemade recipe, I already made a video for you. So I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you guys next time. Please take care of yourselves and be safe out there. I love you guys. And thanks for watching my channel.